run across these people I'm about to talk about, when all you can do is laugh. For some reason, I started thinking of that song by who did it? Was it Cyndi Lauper? No, it wasn't Cyndi Lauper. Christy don't know who did it. Hey, Christy, who did that song? I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. You stinky puppy dog, you smell like wet doggy. Go lay down. You don't eat out of there. You eat. Go eat your food.
It was one, like some one-hit wonder, wasn't it?
I don't know. I mean, technically, Vanilla Ice was a one-hit wonder.
Yeah, but he had a couple of them, but yeah, one hit, basically.
What's
I
up,
think
Travis?
this person's name is like, I don't even think she has like a whole real name that you would remember. I think it's like Tori or something.
The past 24 hours have been a laughing experience for me. Because what you'll find out if you have a YouTube channel is that you'll have videos that are like old. I mean, a year old. Your videos I done already forgot about. And then they bring this guy comes along because he has something new to say, and he brings up all these emotions, and it makes me cry because it reminds me that I'm a thief that steals content. I swear I think that like it. You know, it's one thing for some dude just to say some shit like that song.
This one?
Yeah. Every time I come across
Aqua?
every time I come across these people, I think of that song.
Aqua
Karen-
sang it.
That Barbie girl song. I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world.
Why?
Hold on, I'm getting to it. Come on.
You
So
got everything you need?
yeah, so there's been a guy named Double A or something spamming my channel with, why don't you make your own content? If you made your own content, your channel probably wouldn't get taken down. If you why don't you just put the link in it so the people get the views? He first left this on a dry fire video. Like you aren't the brightest person in the world, are you? Number one. Dry fire really don't give a shit about videos or views, and I don't either. But dry fire really don't, and it was just how we did it. Hey, want me to hear your video? Is that cool? Yep, go ahead. Okay. Fair use though. People have their idea of what fair use is.
Cash the card.
Do you have the cash?
You left it up on the counter. But yeah, it's my pocket.
Yeah. Good. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. You got it. Yeah, you got it in your pocket. Put that shit in my wallet.
You left it out there for the inspector to grab, or the appraiser.
But anyway, fair use. So, I still haven't been sued over the stealing content, allegedly, because I didn't steal content. You can use entire videos for fair use. Now, what does that mean? That means that if I use a video in its entirety, I'm using it so that you can make an opinion about the video. So it's kind of like an educational thing. I don't get paid for the video no matter what. Even if I was monetized, I wouldn't get paid for it because I didn't contribute anything to the video. So the person who made the video is the one actually getting paid for it. So the views don't really matter in that sense. They matter in the sense that views equal thumbs up equals that picking up the algorithm, and that equals more money. So if I don't particularly like you, or it's just one of those, I'm not sounding like dry fire, because I love dry fire to death. But like when you're like CRS firearms, I'm not going to do anything I can to help you because you're a fucking idiot.
Talk to him yet?
Yeah, dry fire? No, I tried calling him the day before yesterday. But you won't answer my text or nothing. Worried about it. But to spam somebody's channel, like, I'm not shitting you. I bet he left 15 comments. Well, if you didn't steal content, I'm like you. But and what blows my mind the most about this whole conversation is that in the video where I was accused of stealing content, which I didn't steal it, that live stream happened only because of me. Matt wouldn't talk to Dry Fire. He went through me to talk to Dry Fire, and I had to go. It was back and forth. I felt like the guy that was breaking the people up. Is kind of what I felt like. You know, that person. Like when have you ever had to be that person? Hey, call Michelle and tell her I'm leaving her. Fuck, you better call her.
Breaking up the band, man.
Anyway, they're funny. So all I can do is laugh at him, and I mean, I told him, I was like, look, bro, if you can't get his number, I will call him for you. Okay, you don't have to do all this. I will text him and say, hey, Double A wants to tickle your taint while giving you a reach around. Would you please allow him to do it because he's in love with you? I mean, as a boy, much less a man. Well, as a man, much less a boy, right? I said that the right way that time, right?
Do anything.
$1 million.
I took a 20 take that one just because the boys probably want like a Snickers or just in case. I'm just saying. I'm gonna go ahead and get two though.
It kind of sounded like I didn't have an
I'm
option.
gonna get two. They want a candy bar. Do you want one?
No, I don't.
Okay. I'll
Thank
get
you.
some milk too.
But then all I can think of is that song. I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world.
That's because I sing it all the time for the dogs.
Hey, Crazy Dave, what's up, man?
I sing in that
Would it be
melody.
a spy versus spy episode? Or maybe we should do that. I don't have any spies though.
Come on.
What's up, Technical Tennessee? How you doing, man? What kind of title is that? I don't know. I don't even know what I remember. What I titled it, man. What'd I say? What was the title
What?
of this video?
This one?
Yeah. What's it called? What'd I call it?
You can do is laugh.
Oh, it was supposed to be
All you can do is
all
laugh.
you can do is laugh.
I you
Apparently,
can
I
do.
left a couple of letters out.
You can do.
I have a buddy that in Tennessee, a really good friend of mine that I've known since I was a kid. I've known him since I was 9. Is on a ventilator right now because he caught COVID. I talked to him last week, and
Was
he
he
couldn't.
healthy?
Last week when I talked to him.
No, I mean before
Jamie?
he caught it, yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah.
Wasn't he kind of fat though?
I mean, no. I mean, he's a
I thought he was short and fat.
45-year-old man. I mean, yeah, like a 45-year-old man who
How
doesn't
will this
play
work? Okay,
basketball.
it's not gonna work.
You going in?
Yeah, I was trying to get my coupons to work, but it's not gonna work.
Coupons. But he's on a ventilator right now. It sucks, man, because I'm of the opinion that those ventilators do far more harm than good. And I don't think that I can get medical advice. I wouldn't let my wife go on a ventilator. So hopefully he pulls through it. We got 4 kids. He's only 45. I think I'm getting a cold or something. Shit, I might be getting the old man down myself. But anyway, back to Tickle and Taint. Yeah, isn't today supposed to be the truck strike? I think you're correct. What they're supposed to do it here in the States too, in support of those guys over there. The Australian truck strike. Like, listen, the trucker strike over there, those dudes are tripping if they think that they're going to, that shutting down. Like, I heard what the one trucker, we all see the video that went viral, the one trucker who said, go out and get your groceries for a week or two. If you think that shutting the trucks down for a week or two is going to make the government give a shit about anything, not happening. You want to make the government give a shit about something, what you do is you dismantle your truck and leave it on the side of the road. So then the company has to come get it, tow it back to their place, then fix it, then find a new driver. By that time, they might start caring. Probably not, though. What they would probably do is just call the military and change everybody's MOS to where they're truck drivers and have them drive. Probably what they would do. They don't give a shit about that. You ain't hurting them. These dudes have their damn dessert flown in from France. You think they give a shit about you shutting your truck down for a week or day or blocking the interstate overnight? They don't care. They do not give two shits. I'm not the conspiracy dude that thinks that the government is always behind everything because there's stupid people in the world. You know, like some people are just dumb and they want to do something and they don't know what to do. They're willing to do what they have the least probability of getting in trouble for, yet in their minds having the most effect. So truck drivers, every truck driver in the country blocks interstates, right? What's the probability of you being one of the people that are arrested? Because by the time it's over and they get to you, you're already gone. But they don't give a shit about the guy in the back of the line who got arrested for doing it, because that's what they'll do. But I'm not the guy that thinks that everything's a government conspiracy. A lot of it is just shit that happens because people are stupid. Government controls the flow of it. There's the flow of all info. There's a lot that's true. But I hope I ain't getting sick. I feel like I am though. What do I take, somebody? What do I take so I'm not sick? I feel like I'm about to get an upper respiratory infection. You know how your chest starts hurting and then you got that little weak ass cough. That's what I got. Stress has done it. Churches are not that stupid to shut down their own damn economy. Well, I mean, it wouldn't shut the economy down. Not the way that they would do it. It would just put a little damper in it, and that's not stupid. I mean, realistically, if you want to get rid of government or at least minimize government, you have to shut the economy down so that you're no longer feeding that system. If people no longer need the economy, then really there's no use for government. I mean, at least in today's world. But I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? I mean, I haven't heard anything about it. I did see where that girl from Reignite Democracy Australia, which is a really stupid fucking name, got arrested yesterday or the day before in Australia for incitement, whatever that means. And nobody was there except those good cops that arrested her. Is that a 7-3 over there? That's what I need.
Reese pumpkin, Daddy.
You got me a Reese pumpkin. Oh man. Holy shit. I did something.
And these are mine.
Look at that power stroke over there. I want that. That's a 7-3 too. Also. So I got some really good news today. I had a talk with you know, when it comes to the move, the house move. And I was worried because, and I've told this before, how when I moved into my house, I made the deal with my mom that when I sell it, I'll give you half the money. So she, you know, that was just kind of the deal we went by, and then I paid for her to move and all of her new furniture and all that shit. Well, today she came over, and I didn't say nothing to her about it. We had talked about this a while back.
She came over Trey's birthday.
We had talked, yeah, she came over because it was my son's birthday yesterday. But a while back we had a conversation about money, and I said, you know, she said something to me, and I was like, well, I gotta buy a truck, and I don't know how much money I want to have, but whatever I have, I want to make it work.
What are you doing?
They don't even know. Smoking crack, going to Popeyes.
Let's go to Popeyes. Freak them all along.
But anyway, so now you got me all forgetting about what I was saying. I thought about something else. My mama bumped her head, yeah.
She come to the house.
Oh, give me one of those. She came to the house. So anyway, today she came to the house to give my son some money for his birthday. And she's like, hey, because we had to talk about this last week too, but it wasn't really said. So we knew that she was going to let us use some of the money, and I was just going to pay her back or whatever. She kind of insinuated that she was just going to let me keep it, but today she kind of explained why. So I don't have to give her half the money. We get to keep the full sale price if we want to. I don't necessarily disagree with her, but you know, like when we bought the house from her, the price of the house wasn't. I got a deal on it for sure, but it wasn't nowhere near the value what it is today. Number one. Number two, she wanted out of the house as bad as I needed the house. Like we did each other a favor. She wanted to sell it, but my mom's just the kind of person, she don't like doing shit like that. She don't want no part of selling shit. She don't want no part of doing, you know what I mean? She's just not the person that wants to have to deal with shit like that.
Like, you just pay me in and just come to live here and I'll go here.
Right, that's right. So anyway, so she's just like, look, you know, you bought the house, you put a bunch of money into it, you've done all the work to it, just keep the money. So that's what we're doing. So which is really awesome because it you know, like I told her, I was like, Mom, that's a life-changing amount of money. And it is. I mean,
It's all yours.
before, you know, I was stressing about how we want to do this and how we want to do that. So like theoretically, as long as prices don't continue to go through the fucking roof, which they're going to a certain degree, for a little bit anyway. We're gonna make it anyway. If we didn't have the money, we'd make it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's gonna be awesomer, more easier to get a loan, I think, hopefully. If we need a loan. I don't want a loan though, man. We're gonna start knocking on doors.
Hey, Kim.
And beating
I mean, the
doors
fact
down.
that she said here, it's all yours, that was pretty awesome of her.
Yeah, I thought it was too. But then I even told her, so then here's what's the funny part about this. Is when she said that, I was like, Mom, I don't want your money. Like, you know, keep your money. If you decide to loan me some of it, like if I need some of it, because, you know, even if you have $50,000, that's not a lot of money, especially when you're going to be spending a large chunk of that on a vehicle or two, because you have to, because you don't have to, but you know, I'm sick of working for other people. So when it comes to the house sale, the people didn't back out. The appraiser came today. From how I understood, it's going to appraise for the sale price at least, because he asked me what the sell price was. Why would he give a shit if he wasn't planning on doing it? And he didn't act like it wasn't going to. My house is 400 or 200 square feet bigger than the auditor's office says.
And he said he takes the 3 houses in the surrounding area.
Right.
And that's how he appraises it.
Right, and there's one closest to us that's on.
He said he doesn't see any reason why that won't be.
So as long as everything goes good, we should be out of here in mid-September-ish. Is that what she said?
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully before the 16th. But I don't know. It's gonna be fun. Getting stressed out about it, but it's gonna be fun. I'm good. I need something. I'm getting sick.
Get sick. In your throat?
I gotta fill up my throat, and then I got.
I thought this morning, but it's gone. Like, I was like, no.
You better give me some of those.
I'm trying to give them to you. Don't even put them up.
I mean, why do you open shit in front of fat kids?
I was trying to get you to hold them so I can carry the rest.
Anyway, back to the taint ticklers. Please don't come over here and tickle other people's taints. Go to their channels and do that shit.
Who's tickling taints?
I ain't got time for it.
Who's doing that shit?
A fanboy. CRS fanboy.
Oh.
Because all you're going to do is make me mad.
Was that the other night or just recently?
And then I'm going to go watch all the videos from your lover or your man's channel, and then call him out on all his bullshit that he's done for the last 2 months to that 3 months that I haven't watched any videos. So double A, probably your wife's bra size. Go away. I don't particularly like taint ticklers. And how as a man are you going to hey, get in there, puppy dogs. Why are you out of the kitchen? And there's stinky wet doggies, mommy. Hey, get back in the kitchen. Get in there.
My fingers are trying to record.
I really didn't have anything to talk about. I was just bored. So I was like, I know where I got some friends at. Oh, I can kick it. I can kick it with them right now. Right now, I can pull my friends up, and we can kick it right here online. Hey, don't do it. Get your fat ass down. Come here, dummy. Hold on 1 second, guys. I got this big fat ass. Go. No. So things are going to be going good, hopefully, soon. I think most of my friends are on this channel now. Most. Yeah, dude. Listen, man. That's not uncommon Everybody I talk to are people that I've met from this channel. Everybody. I don't talk to anybody else besides my. What don't you understand about no? No. Mommy's gonna whoop your ass, and I'm gonna help her. Mommy, look at this.
What are you doing on my bed? Get down.
Look, Nova's a good girl. Her didn't get on the
down.
bed.
Come on. Get down.
Nova's
Gotta
a
get this
good girl.
big fatty off my
I
bed.
already got him down once.
You got him down once and he got up there again.
Yeah.
Daddy, here's where it's on. Put in the fridge. You want this in the fridge?
Yeah, please. Let's say people are wearing masks here. Yeah, man, like we've been seeing more of it up here too. I ain't going.
What are you doing?
Like,
what are you
I commented on Bjorn. I can't remember from the Norway dude, the Norwegian dude. And I was just telling people, like, look, you all need to start. I see everybody talking about this. Shit. Look at that, Mom. Mom, look at that.
What?
While we were gone, look what they did.
Wait a minute. Who did this then? Did you do this since you're up here? Who did it?
Well, I was asking right now.
Who did it? Did you do this? He did it.
I had a roll of toilet paper while I was blowing my nose.
Diesel did it.
Laid on the bed and somebody ate it. His ass got right down right there.
That's because he did it.
But people still are not
Who
recognizing the
did
problem.
this?
We can complain about
Was it
politicians. We can complain
Was it
about
you?
COVID. We can complain about vaccines.
Bad.
We can complain about
Who
passports.
did this?
We can complain about everything in the world. But until people are willing to recognize what the problem is,
He did
nothing will
this.
change. It will never change
Diesel,
until
look at
people
this.
say, you know what? The
Diesel.
problem is the enforcement of all this shit.
Listen, bad.
So
You
if the
don't
real
do
problem is
these
the
things.
enforcement, if
Listen,
Freedom Inc.
bad.
says everybody owes me $1,
You be good
No.
boy.
everybody owes me their retirement, I can say that and it's meaningless. If I have a force that is large enough to force you to give me your retirement, that becomes the problem, is when they enforce my will. But people are just unwilling to open their eyes up to what the problems are because they just fall in line with what they've been told, man. It's the same
Stop it. Stop it. No.
thought process that has some douchebag going to every other video on your channel telling you to stop stealing content because he watched a video from 6 months ago from some fuckhead that regularly steals content. He steals content. Like, I have permission.
Get down. He did this because yesterday.
Who did that?
I come in here and it was all stuck to his nose.
Who did
He's
that?
the one that does this.
Who did it?
His face. His face. Who did it?
Did you do that? Give it to me, Mommy. Give it to me. Hold on. I gotta discipline the kids. Bring
Look
it
at
here.
all that mess.
I see that mess. Bring it here. Who did this, Diesel?
Oh, look at him.
Who did this? Who did it, Diesel? Diesel, did you do this? What did you do?
Looks like he's beat to death.
What did you do?
He does this.
Who did this?
He had it all over his nose yesterday eating it.
That's funny shit. You know what? Now he's sitting on my wallet.
He's trying to get up on me.
Come on, fatty.
So I'm gonna protect
Pick
him.
him up, Mommy.
I know
I
what's
got a
up.
phone in my hand. I can't pick him up.
I'm getting...
But
Come
it's
here,
the
fat
same
boy.
thought process.
Come here, fat boy.
Because they just fall in line with what they've been told. What's so stupid about those people in particular is they're the dumbest of the bunch. Because they don't even do basic research. They believe, but it's the same thought process. I'm going to believe what I'm told instead of looking up anything for myself or understanding anything myself. And like I said, oddly enough, I still haven't been sued. Double A. I still haven't got no court papers in the mail. Wasn't you promised a lawsuit? Double A? I know you're here. I know you're here. This dick cheese went to dry fire face video and told me to stop stealing content. I'm just a content thief. He went to the video of Randall's Patriotic Constitutionalist where I said content stolen, and I put mirrored content stolen in the description. And he wasn't bright enough to read the description. So what does that say about these people? And these are the people that vote and shit. That's the scariest part about it. You can't look up what fair use is, number one. Number two, go back and see what actually happened. And number three, think for yourself to be able to come to the conclusion of what really happened. CRS just wanted the views because I'm not going to bullshit my viewers and try to sway their beliefs based off some fucking, fanboy logic or some crazy shit. I don't even know what to call it. Taint tickling, that's what we call it. I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. Man, it ain't that much, but it's a lot. I understand what you're saying, Rick. I get it. I really think that's from people wanting someone to follow. I think it's more that people are over it and waiting for the time to be called out. The move to be made. I don't know, man. Well, I mean, like the problem with that is that when that happens, tactical tendency, and it'll be the wrong person. Like so, like look at this Lieutenant Colonel Stellar, right, or Seller, whatever the hell his name is, and everybody's falling in line behind this dude. He's a hero. He's a patriot. Somebody said he was a hero. I said, listen, you guys got to quit watering these terms down. At best, in this case, he is a man. Well, no, he's a hero because he came out and he's speaking out against these people in the upper ranks. I said, where the fuck has he been for the last 17 years of his career? What? Because he feels like some shit's about to come down on him and he speaks out. Now he's a hero. I call that a snitch. Quote of the day, Joe Biden. My butt's been wiped off the face of the earth. Or did he say that at? That's funny shit. I hate people that file reports or make comments like that. I mean, like, I don't hate them, man. I just, like, it becomes consuming. Do you not think that I've seen your comment the first 16 times? I'm not shitting you. I've seen 16 comments from the dude that say the same thing. And they're all on videos, like, most of which are dry fire face videos and Patriotic Randall's videos for Patriotic Constitutionalists. Both people I have a great relationship with. You know what I mean? Like, go away, troll. That's like the true definition of a troll, that person. He didn't say it, I was filling the gaps. Oh, right, okay. Yeah. Dude, he's I posted a thing to my Patreon yesterday where Nancy Pelosi clearly says, Joe Biden says, Nancy, do you want me to answer some questions? And she clearly says with an open mic, do not let him talk. It's on Patreon. Go check it out. The probably assumes wanted to die for the issue. So the issue is it led to nothing. Right. Nobody stood behind him, Twiggy. I agree with that 100%. I mean, 100% I do. What's up, LJ? And like, especially like with, it'd be one thing if it was only Randall telling people about that case. I sent links to Randall's videos, multiple links through text messages and email to Dakota Boy 32. The 82nd Airborne. I'm a patriot. I love the military. I would fucking lick the balls of the brass if they'd let me. And not a peep, because in order to acknowledge what happened to Sean Rowe, you would then be saying that the police are murderers. You can't do that. Just a few bad apples, guys. The millions of videos that are out there on the internet about police, right? In the rare case that they do something that's good, it's not because they're a cop. It's because they did something that any man would probably do. But, it comes back to the psychological warfare. And that's what it is, man. Like, I heard that the other day and I was like, you know what? That is some true shit right there. Psychological warfare. They train us how to think and what to think, and they dumb us down, and now we're to the point of where letting them. We are allowed to. We not me. You, if you are against me, are allowed to use words in any way that you want. You know what I mean? Like any way that you want. It doesn't have to be by the. We have languages so that everybody can understand what is being communicated from one person to the other. And in those languages are these things called words. Those words have these things called definitions. And the reason these words have these definitions is so that everybody is on the same page about what is being talked about, right? Hey, Christy. Oh, she'll be back. She's taking a glass of water. I think somebody already opened this water. I'm taking nothing, forget it. Nothing, forget it. I don't know how many times I gotta say what. But, you know, and people don't understand that. So, like, everybody's a hero. That's the new fad. Where
How
everybody's
many
a
times till you answer me?
I didn't hear you. Jackhole. I gotta argue with my wife over YouTube. Is how we do this. If you guys haven't tried these things, they're good. They are super good. I like them. I'm not getting paid by them. Liquid IV. They're expensive though. They're like $2 a piece. But I hate water. And I hate water because I've drank so much of it. Like at one time when I wanted a Mountain Dew and I couldn't get a Mountain Dew because I was in a place that I couldn't have Mountain Dew. Is this open? No, it's not open. But these things are badass, and it puts in a bunch of minerals in your body. It's been compared to like drinking 4 bottles of water, I guess, with maybe the electrolytes it puts back in your body. I don't know. It's banging shit, and you can get it at Walgreens. But like I said, it is expensive. I normally only drink these while I'm outside working. But they're super good. So if you don't like water, it's way better than the little things that you get at, what are they called? The little Kool-Aid packets or whatever they are. So my realtor said by the 16th. So my house payment, I normally pay it on the 1st. But I was talking to my mom about it because I never asked when the late date was because I'm not the pay late bills late at the last minute guy. I don't do that shit. Because when you do that shit, you want to get yourself in trouble. So I never asked her when the late date was. She told me there was one, but I just never asked her what it was. And so 16th is when we're going to try to have everything done and the paperwork signed by the 16th. That way I don't have to take money out of pocket to pay the mortgage this month. Dude, I'm super excited, man. As long as the house appraises for what we sold it for, we'll be all good. And if it doesn't, they better pull some money out of the pocket because I don't give a shit what it's appraising for. That's what I'm selling it for if you're buying. Watch out, puppy dogs. My puppy dogs are so good. They are. They only eat a few things in the house. Look at them. Look at those puppy dogs. Look at them. Tell me when you last time you seen 2 more beautiful puppy dogs. Look at her. Hers a great dog. Tell him, Nova. Tell him how good you are. Tell him, baby. Oh, yeah, that's good. Let's show me up. Eat my hand off. There you go. That's my hand. It's not a chew toy. And this fat stuff right here. Him's a fat thing. Look at him looking. What's wrong, buddy? Why are you looking like you're going to bite me? No, get your head out of his ass. He don't like that shit. I don't blame him. Some female wanting to put her nose where it don't belong. Imagine that. Oh man. Anyway, I haven't even been paying attention to what's going on in the world other than with, I watched the thing about the Taliban yesterday, and it was a guy from the new media dude from the Taliban talking. Guy was asking him a bunch of questions, and somebody had said in it, which I didn't know this, it was told to me later. I sent it to somebody, some of my friends that I trust. I'm like, hey, what do you think about this? Opinions or thoughts or something like that. And he said that what was being translated wasn't what was actually being said. So who knows? But here's the truth of that shit, guys. I understand we have people who have went there and fought these dudes and said that they've done these horrible things, right? I haven't seen it for myself. And I'm not saying it doesn't happen. What I am saying is those dudes went there with this preconceived. They already had their minds made up when they went there. So how much did you value their opinion when we shouldn't have been there to begin with? See you later, Angry. You're the only water which touches cancer. The 16th, my birthday. Sweet. Hopefully, I don't have to pay a bill on your birthday. My brother insists like cream soda is gross. Your brother and sister's gross. Yeah, have a good day, Evie. Texas tea. But I mostly drink water. Dude, I don't like it. Listen, I used to drink water all the time, but I drink hard water. They don't have water softeners in the joint. And just because it's convenient, it's about the only thing that you can get on demand that's cold, or at least cooler as water when you're there. I mean, you can roll a pop in a couple of minutes, but sometimes you got time for that shit. So I just fill up a big jug of water and walk around drinking it all day. But I got burnt out on it, man. It's like sandwiches. I don't eat sandwiches, like lunch meat sandwiches. I'll never eat another one again in my life. There's reasons for that. And it has to do with being stuck in places, being forced to eat shit. In Ohio, they now serve in every facility, including penitentiaries, they serve one hot meal a day. So what that means is in the county jails, your hot meal is your breakfast, and then for lunch and dinner, you get sandwiches. Some shitty ass, processed, wet, moist ass sandwiches. And they implemented that in 2013. I happen to remember this because in 2013 I was in this place called the Justice Center and I did 13 months in there. And that happened about month 2. By the time month 13 came around, I hadn't ate a sandwich in months. So I was living off of what I could make happen from the shitty ass commissary that's not like Kroger's. And now I don't eat sandwiches. You're lucky to get me to eat a Subway. Coke lost you forever. That's funny. No hot dinner. That ain't right. No, Jay Clayton. They can make it any meal that they want, right? So, but they have to give you one hot. The way the law reads is they have to give you one hot meal a day. It doesn't say they only have to give you one hot meal. It says they have to give you one hot meal a day. So that turned into, let's save money. Let's only give them one hot meal a day. And like, think about that, dude. There's some dudes that's been in that Justice Center for 3 and 4 years fighting murder cases who have only had lunch meat sandwiches for lunch and dinner. and here's how it works. The system, that system is just this system. Okay, so a prison population or a jail population is nothing more than a smaller society that's more confined. When they first did that for weeks, they gave 2 pieces of bread and then like 3 or 4 little of this razor thin piece of meat. And people were pissed about it. And I was like, here's what, and like when I called it when they first did it, I'm like, well, here's what they're going to do. They're going to bring out this shit because everybody's going to bitch. And they're going to give your stupid asses 2 more pieces of bread, and you all are going to shut up and start eating. Because on our floor, we wouldn't eat them. We got to the point where we wouldn't even, like, after a couple of days, nobody was even going down and getting them. And everybody who had money and shit was making sure that everybody else could, ate commissary. It's just like something we worked out. Like, hey, if we're going to do this, these dudes can't starve while we're making breaks in front of them. So we all need to pitch in and make it happen. That way everybody will ride this out so they will quit doing this fuckery. And exactly what I said happened, wound up happening. That went on for a couple weeks. And then for a couple days, we said, fuck it, we're not eating shit. And then they gave them 2 more pieces of bread, and everybody was happy. Until today, in the Justice Center, they are eating 2 shitty-ass lunch meat sandwiches for both lunch and dinner. And, like, there's no nutrition in that shit at all, man. Like, no nutrition at all. I'm surprised people that have done a lot of time are not more prone to different types of cancers and things like that. I bet they are if you really check into it. I bet they are. Green bologna? Ugh. I don't even know that shit, man. There's a lot of things I just don't eat. I'll eat it if I get hungry enough, like fish. I'm not a fish eater. I just don't like it. I don't like depending on what kind of fish it is, I don't like the taste. I don't like fishy taste. I don't like, like gamey taste and shit. I just don't like it. I actually hate it. But I'll eat like a fish sandwich, like a cod sandwich, if I'm hungry enough. You know what I mean? But then again, I didn't eat beans for the last 40 years of my life, and I just ate beans for the first time here recently, thanks to TRL Inc. Or TLR Inc. I always say TRL. Total Request Live. And we didn't make taco salad. I'm pissed, Chris. Taco soup. Taco salad. Taco soup. Yeah, I don't like bologna either, man. I eat fried bologna, but we don't like eat it here. I'm just not a listen. When I left, and I told Christy, I said I never want to see another lunch meat sandwich again in my life. I don't think I have eaten a lunch meat sandwich since then. I really don't. I've ate a lot of grilled cheeses. I have eaten Subway, but when it comes to like just two pieces of bread with lunch meat, and they do shit that's borderline cruel and unusual punishment, man. I talked about this yesterday. How the Fourth Dimension, I talked the other day about how they are abusing these patriots. They're in 23-hour lockdown eating this shit food, motherfucker. That's in every county jail in the country today. That shit's happening. In every county jail in this country today, right now, there is somebody sitting in a 23-1 lockdown for nothing. I did 4.5 months at 23-1 for a fist fight. Over a fist fight. Was that abuse? Because it's been going on since the beginning of the prison industrial complex. It's a means of control. I'm not saying I agree with it, but don't act like it's just happening to these people because they were at this thing and now it's some kind of retaliation or some shit. If you know what? Here's the real truth of it. You think cops on the street are bad? Imagine those fuckers with no cameras on them. That's what you have in these county jails, because in a lot of the county jails, there's no video cameras. Like the Justice Center, there's video cameras in the pod, so they can see. Like if you look at the screen, you can see what's going on in each pod as a whole, just like an overview, right? I assure you, 100%, I know this for a fact. They can pull you underneath that camera and beat the absolute piss out of you. Nobody's ever going to want to know about it. And I've seen them beat the absolute hell out of people who had no reason being in jail, much less getting the shit beat out of them. Hey, lunatic rider. At the time that I did, two specific times, probably more, but 2 times I remember very clearly people that should not have been in jail because of their mental capacity were in there for some stupid shit. The one dude was in there for some kind of weed shit. The other kid, I forget why he was in there. He was in the hole. But they put this kid, like, they beat the hell out of that kid twice too. The one time they beat the shit out of him, he's out on rec, and I hear the outside door popping. Like when you get in those situations and you're bored, like in your cell, when the door pops, you get curious. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on? There's some movement. I gotta watch this. It's just something different to see. So you jump up, like, look out the door. And I heard the outside door pop, and I knew my neighbor, which was this kid that was like mental. He was not all there. I mean, I'm not shitting you. He had the mentality of a 7-year-old, but at best a 7-year-old. They popped that outside door. Well, they had the door in the hallway open. So like if you're in a pod, there's 2 doors before you can get out into the hallway, but you can't go anywhere else. You're locked in at that point. You know what I mean? There's too many barriers to get outside. He seen that open door, man. He was on that phone. And as soon as that door popped, he dropped that phone and took off running. Ran out the door. I guess he made it out in the hallway, and they beat the shit out of him all the way back in. But the same kid, a couple weeks later, something happened, man. And I watched this CO named Whitaker beat that kid's head off that damn. I'll never forget it, dude. I mean, it was a bloody fucking mess. But grabbed that kid by his hair and used the phone and just, did one of these numbers. I've told this before. Like, here's the phone. The cop had his hand on this side of the phone that's bolted to a concrete brick wall and had the kid by the back of his hair that's fucking cramming his fucking head into the phone. Bam, bam. So imagine like a payphone being bolted to the wall. And then I seen some black dude downtown get the shit beat out of him for no reason whatsoever. because he didn't get to the cell fast enough when they called for count, and that was some piece of shit CO named King. I forget his first name, but sucks, man. But the point being is that the shit that's happening isn't just happening because these people did something at some place and now they're being retaliated against. It's not always a government conspiracy against these specific people. The shit happens every day to people, and you didn't give a fuck until it was people that you agreed with, until you feel like they were being retaliated against in some way. I mean, there's people in California right now who have been in 23-hour lockdowns for decades. And you're saying these dudes sitting there for 5-6 months is cruel and unusual punishment? Well, they didn't do nothing, freedom. It doesn't matter. When you play that game and you say, hey, government, you have authority to do whatever you want with these people, what do you think's eventually going to happen, man? It leads to the same shit we've been taught about. There's people that want to argue about whether or not the Holocaust happened or not. It doesn't matter. I'm going to tell you why for this conversation. It doesn't matter. Whether or not Hitler really did what he did, whether or not Hitler was right. None of that shit matters. What you were taught was that Hitler was bad. He killed a bunch of Jews because for whatever reason. Those ideals are what they're implementing today, not only in this country, but the rest of the world. You know, the truth is we went to Afghanistan because in order to have a one world type of government of some kind, whether you want to call it the New World Order, a one world government, or just a governments throughout the world working together completely, you had to first get everybody on earth to be on board with obeying. And one thing I will say, the Taliban ain't going. I don't support the Taliban, but they ain't going. But so until you have every country on lockdown, though, a one world government can't be implemented. It just cannot be implemented. But there will come a point in time where they say, fuck it, and they either do one of two things. They either go over there and they make that place a sheet of glass, or we'll probably go back in this next time with the way that it was just set up for us to go back. And that's what all this shit was. It was a setup for us to go back. And through conventional warfare, they'll kill fucking everybody until some little long-haired, gray-haired caveman comes out of his cave with his 40-year-old AK-47 waving his little white flag. And then they'll get him some mail order bride from Russia, like I said yesterday, and tell him to start repopulating Afghanistan. We don't believe our government is just about the biggest cog in the wheel. It is. 100% it is, because we have the most power, man. It's because the people that are in our government are have the closest connections to those at the top of the chain. Those at the top of the chain are who are those people? People like the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, the royal family. You know, these people with so much money that, and you know, they can get away with anything. You know, people ask questions like, you hear a lot about like people in Hollywood, all these rich people that do weird, nasty, sick fucking shit, like kids and shit. Kevin Spacey. Why? They get bored. That's why. I'm not saying I agree with it. This is their logic. I have all the money in the world. I can do whatever I want to do. And to get that excitement, they go do something that they are told they can't do by society. Yeah, I don't, Valley Echoes, you're right. You're right. You wonder if the stars are just holes poked in the lid so we can breathe. No, I don't wonder that, man. You know, I don't buy into all that. And I only say that because, you know how you keep a secret? You kill the person you kill the other person. That's the only way you can keep a secret, man. I find it too hard to believe that you can prove the earth is round. It's provable. It's easily provable with a target and a rifle. You can easily prove the earth is round. I mean, obviously you got to have some ammo and be able to shoot at that distance. We can prove that, there's been cases where things have, like meteorites, have come in from outer space and haven't burned up. You think rocks are just falling off the ceiling. I'm not making fun of you. I'm just saying, like, I don't buy the whole. Now, if you want to talk about like the moon landing, 100% it was faked. And it was faked because you have to look at the times that we were in. You know, we were in an arms race with Russia. So space flight, put us ahead in that. But both countries know. Like, why do you think Russia and the U.S. was at like the Cold War, but nothing really happened? Because they both know that each other, the other person's full of shit. You can't tell me that in 2021 we don't have the technology to go back to the moon because that technology was lost. The same technology that they went to the moon in a space capsule that had less computing power than the phone that's in my hand right now. Think about that. No, I ain't going. We've never been back to. I don't believe we've ever been to the moon. I think that there's and I really shouldn't say that though because I don't really have I can't prove it. Okay, so like I'm not a photo specialist. I can't look at photos and like dictate if they've been altered or whatnot. But I do know for a fact that I have seen photos that were altered from, and that just could be, maybe it was some overzealous marketing guy trying to get more support for NASA. So he doctored these photos because he didn't have a good photo, right? That's happened before. We know that. So the truth is I'm not there, so I really don't know. But from the evidence I have seen, I think there is more evidence to prove that we never landed on the moon than says that we were. It's just me. I mean, if you look in the videos of the guys on the moon, I mean, in one of the space missions, it's like they're bouncing. They're jumping 4, 5, 6 feet. And the next one is like they're almost like they're skipping. Like how they move around is just different. And in the second one where they're skipping, it looks like there's more gravity than in the first. I'll tell you what I've always questioned. So if you're in a vacuum, right? How does thrust affect an object while it's in a vacuum? I'm not a scientist, so I don't know. I'm asking. I've wondered that. If the if space is a vacuum, and is it actually a vacuum or is there just zero positive pressure? Valley Echoes, I wish you were right about that. I disagree, though. You know why we're doomed? I'm going to tell you why we're doomed right now. And this, don't think this is directed at anybody particularly because it's not. This is just a general statement, and everybody will agree with this to a certain degree. Because people are unwilling to sacrifice because of the unknown. If I told, like, let's look at, I have a buddy who's on know who I'm talking about. He's on here right now. I'm not going to mention your name, though. He's got a great place in Columbus, a great place. I wouldn't fucking sell the place either if I was him. I'd be trying to get people to come there. The problem is I can't afford to go there. So if we're going to create a community where we can protect each other, and I can't afford to go there, what does that mean? That means I have to go somewhere else. So therefore, either the community doesn't exist, or he has to sell what he's been working on for years and years and years in order to come with me to get half of what he has now. So it comes down to sacrifice. Now, if we knew that shit was going to go down in 6 months or a year, like knew for sure, maybe he'd be willing to make that sacrifice, or maybe we'd find another way. Not knowing is what causes people to then not want to make that leap. And I get it, 1,000%. I understand it. Like, it's me. Here was the position I was in. Ain't none of those people over there going to stand up for me when they come to get me. I know this. What do I have to lose by leaving? Half of a 4-bedroom house? Okay, so we're in a 2-bedroom house now. We lived in a damn hotel room for a year. I think we'll be fine. No atmosphere to push against how those work. Right, like that was my question, Travis. Well, there's no atmosphere for the thrust to push against. How exactly does it push against it? So back to Valley Echoes. That is why, in the end, you might not lose. I won't lose because even if they kill me, I win. As a society, it's over. People don't even have a basic understanding of what freedom is. There's a lot of things that play into it, but when it comes down to me and you, that's why we lose, because there's too many variables to make those sacrifices based on what somebody else says. So, as an example, let's just say that this person sold their 65 acres. They decided to go buy half of what they have now for the money they get from that 65 acres, and that's all they would get. And then we get to wherever we're going, and I decide I'm up and I'm leaving. Now he's stuck down there. So it's, there will come a point in time where that will make sense, and right now it just doesn't make sense. Hopefully they don't start taking us out before it does make sense. But on the other side of that, now I'm moving. So if something happens up here and he needs to get away, he's got somewhere to come to. $60 million a day goes to God as well, definitely. Yeah, NASA goes 60 million days. But anyway, you know who I'm talking about. Don't think I'm talking bad about you, man, because I'm not at all. I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking. I'm making a point. Like, there's big sacrifices that have to be made in order for everybody to be free. And if making a sacrifice when we know each other is that hard, and it is, I get it, 1,000%, I get it. How does a society make sacrifices like that? We won't. People are, now this is a different topic, it's not the same topic, but people are afraid to, they're afraid of the unknown. Like, I've been to jail. I ain't scared of jail, but I ain't going back. And I just don't fit in a cage right. I'm a fat, tubby guy. I ain't built for a little bitty square. If I want to be in jail, I'll go hang out in my closet right there. So yeah, for anybody that wants to know what jail's like, that's what you can do. Here's what you can do. I'll tell you right now what you can do. Come on over. I'll give you the whole jail experience right here in the house. Come on over. We'll put you right in here. We'll put your bed right down here at the foot of the toilet. You can sleep with your head about right here. And we'll give you the whole jail experience. I'll come by and yell at you and call you a stupid bitch and shit every now and then too. You ain't got to pay me for that. I'll do that one for free. Hey, my puppy dogs. I can't help but pet my puppy dogs every time I go by, and they're so good. And that was such a good girl. But that's why it's over for our society, man. Because they've created situations that there's too many variables. Now they've created this hyperinflation thing where you can't get as much for what you have. There's just so much shit going on. So we have to work with what we got. So that's what we're going to do. I want to move down there. He's going to be up here. And if one of us needs to go somewhere, then we got somewhere to go. And I use you as the example all the time, but I'm not using you as an example. Don't think that, man. Now I need to call you and talk to you about it, because now I feel like you're going to be mad at me because I said something about you, because you know I'm talking about you. But I'm not talking about you. I'm trying to make a point as to why it's fucking over. And now I don't see you no more. Did you leave? I wonder if you're on $1 million a day. Yeah, that NASA bullshit's bullshit. 55 million a day don't go to NASA. That shit goes to fucking the Taliban and shit. I've never been in jail, but I already felt like it when I was stuck in the dorm in the city. Yeah, dude, like, you don't have to go to jail to understand being in a confined space for long periods of time is different than being in a confined space for long periods of time, and you have somebody telling you your every move you can do. And and different jails have different rules. So like the Justice Center, they pop the doors and you can go in and out of your cell all day long. The reason for that is because it keeps problems down. You get 54 testosterone filled dudes, and they've been screwing no females for hopefully nobody, but definitely not their old ladies for however long they've been in there. And it's like Fight Club, right? So to keep the violence down, you leave the doors open. That way, if I get aggravated with you, I can walk away and I can go lay down in my cell. Not Claremont County. Them bitches want it to be Fight Club. They lock you out of your cell at 9 a.m. They lock you back in your cell at 10:30. They lock you back out of your cell at 11:30, and then you're out until 4:30, and then they lock you back in your cell until 5:30. Then they lock you back out of your cell until 9:30, and then you can go back in at 9:30, 10:30, or 11:30. It's like they want to see Fight Club and that thing, and it is, man. Like sometimes depends. So I was like, kids shouldn't know where to go because no cars on campus. I can hardly imagine prison. Prison ain't that bad, man. County jail sucks. Prison's like, you remember Boy Scout, like when you was a kid and your friends used to come over and camp in the backyard and shit? That's prison. Big fence around it though. Same thing. It's no different than Boy Scout camp. Automated equipment to the dome. Brass tar, there is no convention. Some people. Brass tar's in here. What's up, man? But yeah, I bet TLR. So like, you got a taste of the non, I mean, but like, there's a lot of other stuff to go to too. It just makes it miserable, Like in Kentucky jails, in Ohio, they're less. It used to be real bad, man. Like bad. You go into the CRC, and when they strip you down, so CRC's Corrections Receiving Center, it's at Orion, Ohio, and you go in there, and they'd strip you on the way in, like take all your clothes off, be looking at you up your ass, making you lick your balls and shit, and used to they just bring in a room about 5 or 6 people, and you all be standing there, dick is swinging, and they'd all be looking at your asshole with a mag light and shit. That's a true story. Now, because people have complained about it, they've put dividers in. So now there's 5 or 6 guys standing there with dividers in between them with mag lights up their assholes. I forget what they call it, man. They have a system now. I used to make fun of it all the time. Damn it, what's the name of it? But it's like for reporting like rapes and shit in prison. You can pick up a phone and call this hotline and report that you've been raped by a guard or another inmate or some shit. I forget what it's called. I'm going to have to look it up now. But I used to make fun of it all the time. But I've seen some crazy shit. Like anyway, Kentucky, like they're in their bathrooms down there in the new jail. So they built a new jail and built it this way. There's like 10 toilets. And you can sit there and have a conversation with the dude next to you, kick it, man. Y'all can high five, play cards, fucking chessboard in between you, whatever you want to do. Wide open. While I'm out there eating my breakfast, if I look over, I can see 10 dudes sitting on the shit or 10 of them wiping their ass. Like it's the craziest shit ever. And they designed it that way. And I get the idea was to make you feel like you are nothing. To take all that human emotion away from you. Oh, yeah, 44 trucks, cars every day. It was about the environment. No, it wasn't about the environment, dude. It's about money. Everybody knows that shit. People ain't totally stupid. You know what I mean? Do you think pulling out of Afghanistan the way they did was about saving lives? Fuck no, it wasn't. About making money. The money dried up because the bodies stopped dropping. So what do? Well, you create a way for more bodies to drop. When you're not dropping bombs, bombs don't need to be built. When Humvees ain't getting blowed up, no reason to build new ones. So you create a situation where that shit starts happening again. So what do? You pull out. 13 U.S. service members are killed. Pretty soon you'll be seeing beheadings. Where people who are left behind are yoked up by the Taliban and beheaded. Somebody will be beheaded. They'll call it an American, somebody from the U.S., whether it is or not. And I know my buddy. And that'll be our reason to go back. Diesel's such a good boy. I'm such a fat boy. And his dad's a boy, aren't you, Deezy? Deezy Weezy. Oh, I'm just a good dog. Look at him. He's a fat ass. He won't even lift his leg up. Now look at this one. This one. This came over. Here's the jealous one. My Nova. Hey, give that kisses. Good girl. See, her loves her daddy. He gives me kisses. These are just fat. He won't do nothing. I feel like I got bit on my foot by something. But anyway, Yeah, so we all know it wasn't about money, man. We know it wasn't about the environment. It never is about the environment. It's about loading somebody's pockets. But how do you get people on board? You convince them it's about the environment. That's how. And once you convince people that you are fighting for their cause, it makes it easier to extort those people. We see the same shit on YouTube all the time. All the time. These dudes I call out for what they do about, I'm being forced to go by the government to go to this place. My wife got subpoenaed. We got to take the kids and go on vacation, though. I need you to pay for it, or you ain't going to get no more videos. I don't really want you to pay for it, though. I just don't see another way. PayPal's down there. Don't pay for it. I know that everybody's broke right now because you're off work. Fuck, forgot to get the character. I don't want your money. I don't want red as fuck. Cherry red. I don't want your guys' money, guys. They're like, no, I'll figure it out. I'll get a loan or some shit, PayPal's right down there. It's right there. I just have that because, oh, look, my key babies loves me too. Key babies. Key babies. Those are good titty babies, ain't her? Those are a good girl. I used to hate cats until I got that. We got this cat, and I love this cat to death. Listen, you die with my cat. Just watched a video last night about fixed fortifications. It's a good to have many places to go. Yeah, it is. I watched that video too, TLR. I think you sent it. Yeah, you did send it. I watched it right after you sent it. The one thing I didn't agree with him, there was something in that video I didn't agree with him about, but I forget exactly why I didn't agree with him. Don't know. I forget. It was about the Bible. There was something he said about the Bible. About like when you have this as your armor. I get it. I get all that, but like if God had a plan and if God could protect you, there would be no such thing as evil that you would have to worry about. Or you have to believe that God is the evil that is inflicting the evil upon you. So if God can't stop the evil, then it's up to you to stop the evil. Just having that book ain't enough. And I mean, if you look back in history, the end of days or end of time or Revelations or whatever you want to call it, whatever it is. I said Revelations, it's not what I meant. Whatever you want to call it has happened. Societies have thought that was going to that has happened many times over. I mean, every time the Black Plague, the 1913 Spanish flu, World War II, and Hitler, under Stalin, under Mao, all those, any Christians in those societies believed it was, the second coming of Christ, or end of days, or whatever term you put on. Oh, there's so many terms now, I'm not even for sure which one is the correct one to use. I believe that there's a handful of families in the world that have had enough money to play in all politics throughout the world. And they have tried this many times throughout history. This time they perfected it. And you see it, look across the world. This is the only time in history where the entire world has been under the same type of oppression at the same time. The whole world. Never before in the world history has this happened that I'm aware of. And you see people just going along to get along because they're they don't want to. They're afraid to die. They don't believe in their God. They don't want to leave their kids behind. Whatever the reason is, they're going along to get along. I'm not that dude. I'm not going along to get along. I'll play your game and I'll dodge a few bullets and I'll move to try to put my family in a better position. But the day will come where I'll be done, and there's no more moving. There's no more buying time. Whatever is put into place is put into place, and that's what we deal with. And if you're an evil bastard that wants to stand across from me and try to kill me, and there is a God, and there is this place called heaven, and there is this place called hell, you will be going to that place called hell. I don't believe that righteous people go to hell. I don't believe that, I think, I could be wrong, but I think that I've more than paid for the bad shit that I've done to people in my life. I don't know, because I've never claimed to be a saint. I've never did anything that would harm anybody, uh, physically or like I've done shit that I wasn't proud of. I'm sure everybody has. Um, but like it just kills me. These order followers are deemed heroes by the masses, right? They're all going to hell. Every order follower is going to hell. Every person that still supports them, there's a place right next to them in hell for them. They will all be getting fucked by Satan and burning, if that's what you believe exists. You know what, John Rice? I've said that too. Like, I don't like talking about religion because it's a touchy subject and people get emotional about it because everybody's right. Like you hear people, what somebody said to me. There's somebody in the UK that replied to a comment I made because I was talking about the police. I meant to talk about this earlier. And they said, where I'm at here in the UK, I ask people, what do you want to do if they decide to jab your kid at school? And they're just kind of like, well, we'll deal with it when it happens, or we'll just have to go with it. I can't. He's like, well, I can't believe it. I want to just trust in the Lord. I'm like, I get that. I understand that you're going to trust in your God, but with no action, why would, if you're not a warrior, why would God save you? What's the point in saving you if you're not going to fight for yourself? I'm not of the belief that I can sit here and pray and God will do something without me doing something for myself. Like, I didn't get sober after 2 decades because I waited on God to do it for me. Now, was there a series of events that led to that God could have possibly put into place? Yeah, I mean, there was. But when you come down to it, I made the choice. And I just did it out of nowhere. I was like, I'm done. That's it. I ain't doing drugs no more. And here I am over 5 years later. I'll never forget Christy laughing at me. Like, yeah, talk to me tomorrow. What the hell? Look, they think they own shit. Who owns this house? Huh? Who was your master? What's funny is that they look like they're all cute. Diesel will eat you up if you come to my house. I feel sorry. Like, I know if they ever come here that Diesel's getting shot, and I feel really bad for the dude. Today I had the window open and the neighbor was mowing the yard. He was trying to attack him through the window across the street. But he started listening to me. Because I tried to tell him that he's the good boy for barking. He's a good boy for barking. Oh, yes, him is. Give me that kisses. You've been licking your balls, have you? He's a good boy for barking, but him can't bite. Nope, I get to make that decision if he bites or not. Him can't make that decision. Oh, him a good boy. Look at him. He's such a good boy. Oh, I'm going to eat my hat. What, you taste the sweat on my hat? Say hi, Deezy. Say hi, Deezy. No, I'm a good boy. Watch this. He's not going to do it. No, but here goes Nova. Oh, here's a good girl. Come on, climb up here. Come on, move these out of the way. Get up here. That's my arm. That's not a chew toy. Hey. That's not a chew toy. That's Daddy's arm. I need that. Come on. Get up here. Look at these clowns. Dogs are funny, man. They're just like kids. Like, now she's already chewing on him. She has a chewing problem. She wants to chew on everything. She doesn't want to chew. Well, she does. She wants to chew rugs up. She doesn't really chew anything else up in the house but rugs. But when it comes to humans, she always wants to bite your arms for some reason. But she don't bite them hard. She just wants to, like, I don't know how to explain it. Almost like a baby teething. But are they go pupping dogs? Are they go pupping dogs? You gonna do it, Daisy? First time you ain't never reacted to that. I don't know, guys. Just, do what you can do. Prepare any way that you can prepare. And you know what the sucks about the preparedness part is you don't know what you're preparing for. Here's one thing I can tell you that you're going to have to prepare for is a fight. I can tell you that for sure. All the food and all the where you live at, and self sufficiency and sustainability and all that shit. I can't. I'm not going to give you no advice on that, and there's a reason why I don't, because I'm not going to tell you what to go out and buy and spend your money on, invest your time in, except for there will come a day when you will have to fight somebody or some group of somebodies, and your ass better know how to fight them. But I'm going to jump off here, guys. You guys have a good night and stay safe. Hold on, I see something. Where'd it go? I think the saying was, if you trade liberty for safety, you deserve neither. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And you're right. I just want to go fishing. You should get with Angry Fisherman. Angry Fishing. He goes fishing all the time. Didn't Thomas Jefferson say, if you trade temporary freedom for liberty, you don't deserve it? The name of it. I actually think it was Benjamin Franklin, and I think he said, those who are willing to trade liberty for temporary safety deserve and will have neither. Something to that effect. Like a lot of those old quotes have been misquoted and rewritten and all kinds of shit. If you want to find the writings of them, you need to find the copies of the original journal entries where they were written, or the original letters, and read them that way. And there's books out there like that. I've read a bunch of them. I just get them from the prison library all the time. That's where I learned all the shit out. I like a lot of the stuff I know I learned while I was in the hole. You get bored. So, but anyway, guys, just stay safe. And it's coming. There's a day that they're going to not only pretend that they got authority over you and your kids, they're going to try to act on it. You better be willing to act back. Stay safe.